staff, the guard, Scott Riemenschneider and Monica Vetters. Percussion, Chris Bookie, Landon Ewers, Dan Stevens and Brad Harris. Drill, M&M, Trevor Sprick. Additional camp staff, Stefan Copenhaver, Jamie DeVoe, Tony Shalasi, Adria Brooker, and Vanessa Hook. Field commanders, Steve Landino, Emily Mitchell, and Becca Rubel. Guard leaders, Marie Gerke, Angie Carrier, Laura Marsman, Laura Goebel, and Alyssa Carr. The musical program for today, the music of Danny Elfman, including Batman Forever, Nightbreed, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and Edward Scissorhands. Music arranger is Ibe Sotawala. Percussion arranger is Landon Ewers and Chris Bookie. Visual design Chris Bookie, Trevor Sprick. Hang tight a second. All right, field commanders, Steve Landino, Emily Mitchell, and Becca Rubel. Is your band ready? They take the fielding competition. leadership in the Kennewick Hills Marching Knights: 66 woodwind, 32 brass, 20 percussion, 22 guard, 3 command personnel. Recent honors: the Marching Knights are very active in the marching band, actively performing extensively in Michigan and surrounding states. They consistently receive high rankings and ratings and pride themselves in being a crowd favorite. The Knights strive to provide their audience with the best entertainment possible and hope that you enjoyed today's show. The Marching Knights are in the middle of a very busy schedule. They have competed at Wyoming Park, Rockford, Cedar Springs, and Hastings, and have contests coming up at Jenison and Beaver Creek, Ohio. They also participated in the MSBOA District 10 Marching Band Festival this past week, where they received a first division rating. On September 28th, the Knights hosted the 17th annual Nighttime Classic, which featured 17 bands from all over Michigan in 5 different classifications of competition. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kennewick Hills Marching Knights.